I don't want to take advice from fools. I just figure everything is cool until I hear it from you.
It's Thursday Night Football on the NFL Network, the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. Here is the official betting preview of that contest. Jets are laying 6.5 with a total of 40. Hello, folks. I'm Joe Duffy, CEO of OffshoreInsiders.com and widely accepted as America's premier NFL handicapper. I am also America's only grandmaster handicapper. Now, comparing running with the ball, the better team in yards per rush is Denver by 1.4 yards per rush. Key numbers say the better big play team insofar as passing yards per completion is the Jets by 1.1. Now, squares are flat out oblivious to, and sharps impose on the bookmakers the yards per point statistic. Offensively, the more effectual unit is the Jets by 2.1. We'll detail what that is in a moment. Now, we're going to have a lot of spread trends and a whole heck of a lot more on this game. The biggest play on this game from the Canadian crew, regular season and preseason combined, 37-12. It's absolutely ridiculous. They have the Jets and the Denver Broncos, plus the ACC best bet of the month, North Carolina and Virginia Tech. It's off in the Canadian crew at OffshoreInsiders.com. Now let's take a look at these same numbers on defense. Yards per rush shows a statistical dead heat. Passing yards per completion on defense, superior is Denver by 0.7. More disruptive team in terms of yards per point is the Jets, forcing 0.8 more. Insofar as turnover ratio is concerned, the Jets are the better team this year by 6. Now, for those who are newbies maybe to the intricacies of sports betting, yards per point is determined by dividing the total yards by the number of points. Offensively, a lower number is considered more efficient. On defense, the higher number is better. Now we'll take a look at some spread betting trends. Again, all records are ATS. When a team, and in this case we're talking about the Jets, allowed 14 points or more higher than the odds makers projected the last game, and they also had 0 sacks, they follow up at a 53-24 spread rate. However, the Jets are 2-15 off of a loss of 21 points or more in a game in which they had 3 or more turnovers, but 8-15 off a game that was played on artificial surfaces. Now, when a team, in this case it applies to Denver, is off a game in which they had 100 or fewer yards passing and 0 turnovers, they're 22-5. Broncos are 4-17 off of a Sunday game in which they led at halftime of that game. Now some over-under trends. The Jets have gone under 26-4 off of a conference game in which the total was 44.5 or more. Again, all this compiled by the staff of OffshoreInsiders.com. However, they've gone over 12 straight off of home games in which they turned the ball over 3 or more times. They've gone under, though, 19-4 if they allow 28 points or more in their last game if the total of 42.5 or higher. They've gone under 7 straight on grass. We're going to get to Denver's over-under trends in a moment. Remember, the best picks on this game, the side, the total, plus all the Thursday night football games and more. It's always at www.offshoreinsiders.com. Again, www.offshoreinsiders.com. Denver's going under 23-4 off a divisional game in which they had 30 or more minutes time of possession, and under 20-4 off of a game in which they had 4 or more sacks. If the line was plus or minus 3 points of a pick, they've gone under 18-3 off of a win of 7 or more to the division. However, they've gone over 13-3 off of a game in which they were getting 3 or more points, and over 12-2 at home. Again, OffshoreInsiders.com network. We've got it all linked to our Twitter feed, and you're going to get late-breaking information and a whole lot more. www.offshoreinsiders.com.